Uno, dos, tres.
Let's go! Yeah! I'm about to just black out. I'm about to just black out. Don't stop! Don't stop!
Hi, I'm Sam.
And I'm Tay.
Welcome to the Sam and Tay's Fantasy Football Podcast. This is Week 3 wrap-up. Very interesting week. Tay and I was just talking before this podcast, and there's a lot of high scores this week, huh, Tay?
A lot of high scores, a lot of low scores.
not a lot of low scores, Tay. Just a few, and
Come on now, a lot of low scores.
We'll
Help me out here, man. Help me out here.
We'll
on my team too here, man.
yeah, we'll definitely get to this. Before we get to the standings, Tay, let's talk about our predictions real quick. Last week I went 5-3, which is pretty good, and you went reverse that, 3-5. So and again, you were just messing around trying to pick underdogs, but Tay, I need you to take these predictions seriously, dude, because at the end of the year, winner has to buy dinner or lunch, whatever. You know what I mean?
What? When did you make that up? Did you just make that up?
Why else? Why else are we doing this, right?
I don't know. That's
technically.
I was wondering why else we were doing it.
Technically, I did make that up, but I figured we got to do it for something, So that's why I want you to. That's why I want you to take things seriously, That's why I want you to take.
I was serious last week. I thought it was an underdog week, and then. I should take it not so serious then, is what it is. Maybe I'll win.
Yeah, but season overall, so I got you 14-10 to 13-11. So you're not doing too bad.
Yeah, one game back.
All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at the standings real quick. First place, Wang. He joined us 3 years ago. This is his third year. His first year in the league, he took third overall, because he never lets me forget that, first of all. So he never lets me forget that. And last year, he had the sophomore slump. And, and now he's first place, which is good. He was texting me about how, he thought he might lose, getting close. And it was close. It was close. And I told him, dude, I hope you lose. I hope you lose. I'm a hater. I told him back. I said, dude, I'm a hater. No, congrats, Wang. So the top three are 3-0. Now let's go down to the bottom. There are 2 0-3 teams. Kevin, who, Tay, and I'm sure he disappointed himself too, because he's a commissioner, and do you hold him to a higher standard?
No, just me and you, because we have a podcast.
Oh, that's true, right?
Because he's not part of the expert advice.
Quote unquote, yeah, quote unquote expert advice. That's right.
He's just the owner, Yeah. So that's nothing.
And the other 0-3 person is Andrew, only Heisman winner, and we'll talk to him. I mean, he had a monster week this week, but it just didn't cut it. We'll definitely talk about it. And Tay, I know you're not 0-3, but you're rounding out the bottom 3.
I am. I'm just right there. I might as well be 0-3.
And I'll give you a chance to explain yourself here in a little bit. Definitely. So let's go to the first matchup real quick. Me versus Jim. And it was an interesting matchup. We were kind of pretty close going into the late game. On Sunday night, I was keeping an eye on it. Dude, what's up with Vernon Davis, man? Is that guy ever going to get a catch?
Well, I'm still wondering why you're still holding on to him. Did you just pick him up, or is he?
No, I drafted him last bottom. I've always had him.
As I said, why are you still holding on to him? Has he even had a catch this year? I don't even know if he's. I never heard anything from the guy. I don't know.
Yeah. Kaepernick, dude. I don't know. I don't know what's up with Kaepernick. Did he throw 2 pick six, Tay? Can you remind me?
Yeah, he did. He threw 4 interceptions, 2 pick sixes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That guy, I mean, his contract is team friendly, meaning, there's no much guaranteed in it. So, I mean, tell me, is he in danger of losing his starting job?
No, because have you seen their backup? Who their backup is?
I don't know who their backup is.
It's Blaine Gabbert. No, they're not going to go to Blaine Gabbert.
Blaine Gabbert from New England Patriots?
No, the one that used to play for Jacksonville. Remember the starting quarterback that used to play for Jacksonville?
Oh.
Yeah, the guy's even worse than he's like the worst NFL quarterback I've ever seen. So I don't know. I don't even know why he's even a backup, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jim, I mean, 101 would be good on maybe any other weekend, but a lot of high scorings this week. I mean, Jim, that's all right, dude. I mean, just keep trying, dude. You do all right. But,
Yeah.
all right, cool. Yeah. Let's go to the next matchup. Our lead commissioner, Orioles versus Ving, Mr. Autodraft version 10. Ving is coming up. I mean, Tay, what do you think? I thought he just had Tom Brady, but I think his other teams. I mean, his other players are doing pretty good, huh?
Yeah, not bad. I mean, he's got two great quarterbacks too. I mean, at least he's got Palmer. I guess he can sub in this week because Brady's on bye. He's got to figure something out. With his once the visor down. Because I'm like, why would you keep two quarterbacks to me? But who knows? I guess he can hoard, and then at that point, he still needs another running back, and so we'll have to see where he goes. But his team's not bad. I mean, he picked up Chris Johnson, and Chris Johnson blew up. So I mean, not a bad output for an auto draft, really.
What's up with Mike Evans? Did he decide to play all of a sudden?
Well, I think they finally actually played him with reps because I don't think he played that much when he's been injured the first couple of weeks. So they actually only played him like half the reps in the games.
Wow, and
so now he actually plays more.
7 reception, 101 yards. Wow.
Yeah, he'll come on. He's a good receiver. So
yeah. Gore, I don't know if he'll get a performance like that again. And Lacey for Kevin, he's not fully recovered yet. And if you watch, they're playing Starks a lot more, huh?
Yeah, they kind of split it. Well, I think Lacey was still nursing that injury, so I think Lacey's going to get the rock this week, though. I mean, I think Starks is still in. Starks didn't run well last week, so I think as long as Lacey's healthy, he'll get the bulk of it. But I mean, that game was a blowout too. At that point, I mean, why even play Lacey? I mean, that game was.
It kind of got close at the end there, right? No, but it kind of got close at the end there, right? It's like the Chiefs just do nothing for the 3 quarters, and they try to fight back in that fourth quarter,
Yeah, they got close, but still, I mean, at that point, it's the fourth quarter. You're still resting almost all your players, so there's no reason that.
Yep. Oh, and the Chiefs finally threw a touchdown to a receiver, dude. 18 games in 18 games. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. It's a long streak.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the next matchup, Terry versus Jeff. Big scores. Look at this, 111 to 135. Oof.
Yeah, that was it's a good matchup. That was good. A lot of points. Probably, I mean, I guess what kind of sealed the deal? I mean, he had Rodgers going on Monday night, and then, I mean, good thing because Rodgers blew up, but then luckily Macklin had a big game because Macklin helped pretty much kind of seal the deal for Terry there.
Mm-hmm. That surprised you and me too, right, Macklin?
yeah, right. That's what I'm like, of all things. I mean, because otherwise, I think Jeff would have won if Macklin didn't get 26 points, right? I mean, it would have been 109.
Yeah,
right?
If Macklin would have gotten his average, he would have.
Yeah.
LaShawn McCoy, he's not doing much in Buffalo. Greg Olsen blew up.
Yeah, he did. He had a big game. And that's all they have receiver-wise, though. Carolina did, so I could see that happening.
Yeah.
And then, Gronkowski he didn't get a touchdown, but he still played good. He had 100 yards receiving. So.
Yeah, I mean, Gronk can't do that every single game. The first 2 games, he just can't.
It was Jacksonville, too. I mean, they were up by like 30 points by that time, so I don't think they had to keep throwing it. So. Yeah, he probably had 100 yards in the first quarter, then they sat him after that.
Justified it, he kept doing. So those are, 1 and 2 teams there now. Let's go to the next matchup. The number 1 guy, Mr. Boomerang versus Don. Another like you said, Tay, high scoring, 132 to 115.
Yeah, very high scoring. It was this was a very good matchup. I think this is for sure. I'm pretty sure I picked Don in this one. Yeah, I mean Julio Jones, man, he's a stud. Downright, he's a stud.
Yeah. AJ Green and Julio Jones. I mean, I don't know which one is the better one, but I mean, if you watch the highlights from AJ Green, how he's breaking tackles and everything like that, it's like I would have to give it just the edge to AJ Green there from those highlights. But
yeah, in a way. I mean, they were playing Baltimore though. I don't know. Baltimore's defense is not that. They're hurt, so they're not that good. So, and that was AJ Green's first blow up game. Julio Jones has been blowing up every single game.
Yep.
You know,
so this season. Yep.
Yeah.
And it looks like there's T.Y. Hilton sightings right there, 94 reception yards. Is he back and healthy? Is he healthy again?
He probably is. That's probably why he got so many, 90 yards. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, you think that, you would think that that's probably what it was.
Yeah, but do you think the Moncrief owners? You think Moncrief owners should be worried?
No, I think Andre Johnson owner should be worried. I think he's the guy that's phased out.
Andre Johnson,
the guy that's phased out.
Yeah, I know, and that's sad because Andre Johnson is a big receiver. He's not fast, but he's a big receiver. You know, I don't know what's up with that situation. You know.
I know, it's crazy because he's got good hands. He's never had, you know what I mean? He's not been, it's just crazy that he's already phased out. I mean, what do you do now? I mean, you just play Moncrief and T.Y. Hilton. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's not like they're not trying to throw in the ball. It's just I don't know what's happening. I don't know if maybe it's just, you know how sometimes receivers in the system, they just don't drive, they don't do well. So maybe it's something with Indianapolis system or something.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. Okay, hey, congrats, Wang, 3-0. You're sitting on top. Mega points, almost 400 points. I mean, second place is at least 50 points away from you. So good job there.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, let's go to the next matchup. Sin and my brother. All right, Knoxville finally got a win, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of easy to be 67 points, unless you're me, I guess. So. But yeah, I mean, Sin didn't give her much of an effort, so it was almost like a bye week for Dog there. I mean, I don't even know what to say at this point. I'm just surprised Sin is not 0-3.
Why are you hating? Why are you hating?
I'm saying.
Why are you hating? Why are you hating?
I'm not trying to hate. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, look at old man Larry Fitzgerald, dude. It's like this season he's blowing up, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, wow, man, yeah, and he's always been a great receiver, but I don't know what it is. He's like shouting the youth this year. I mean, crazy. I mean, maybe he's truly healthy because I know he's been injured off and on last couple of years too. But man, he's blowing up like crazy this year at his age. It's crazy.
Yep. Starks, he did get a lot of carries, so me and my brother got Starks, and on Sin's side, Ingram, came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting that from Ingram. 50 rushing yards and a touchdown. 50.49 receiving yards. It's okay,
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel that. I feel bad. I feel for the guy. Ingram was all he had. Then Tannehill did okay, but
so how does San Francisco defense get to positive like that? I don't know. You would figure San Francisco would be in the negative, right? 47 points.
Yeah, you would. Well, I think they minus for all those defensive touchdowns, so they only actually allowed maybe like 30 points that game, because like all those defensive touchdowns that pick six, that doesn't count against their defense. Yeah, it doesn't count against San Fran.
You think the logarithm is that smart to do that, huh?
So yeah, it takes out those defensive touchdowns that everyone scores. So points allowed is only like 33 or something like that. So
okay.
So he didn't quite go negative. If he would have allowed 47, he would have been negative.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then he could have been where you're at, right? He could have been where you're sitting. Right?
Oh yeah, definitely. He could have been. He would have been where I'm at.
Yeah. So congrats to Knoxville, his first win of the season. Popped his cherry there. So that's cool. We're just waiting on the other two people to win their first matchup. So let's go to another low scorer. P&P's Daddy-O, Scott, sitting at 74 points against Fong, 110 points. And Fong's showing up, dude.
Yeah, and what happened to Scotty? I mean, didn't he post something about him being high score and all this stuff, and then he comes back and doesn't really do much this week?
And and that's Scott's MO, you know, like bad one week and then really good one week and then bad one week. That's his MO, you know. Me, I'm just consistently average. I'm consistently average, you know. So yeah, you know, Matt Ryan did okay. You know, Antonio Brown. I mean, what do you think? Scott should be worried about Antonio Brown and Vic at QB. I would.
I would. I think numbers-wise, I think Brown's still going to get his numbers, but he's not. I mean, Roethlisberger knew how to get him the ball. I mean, Vic and him don't have that same chemistry. So I can see Vic going, not always feeding him the ball. He'll go elsewhere too, but Roethlisberger made it a point to always throw to Antonio Brown, like a lot. So, yeah, I think his numbers going to hurt. He's going to get his some decent numbers still, but not like he can with Roethlisberger. So.
Yeah. And Hopkins, I mean, he's just the number one guy there now. You know, Hopkins are putting up big points, you know, for him. You know, so yeah. What's up with Dunbar there? I mean, are they splitting carries or what?
No, he's the receiver, man. He's the one that I said people should pick up. I picked him up and then I cut him, and of course Fong went and picked him up, which he's a good pick. I mean, with Dez out, Dunbar, they've lined up Dunbar as like a receiver. I mean, he's basically been, because he had 10 receptions for like 100 yards this past week.
Yeah. See, so
Fong, that's why, and he's not even getting carries. He's just basically he's their receiver.
Yeah, he's their slot. Yeah. Fong is picking up your scraps, dude, and he's making it work while you picking up scrap, you know?
Yeah. Well, you know, he's probably listening to a podcast.
He does. I'm sure he does. I'm sure. Speaking
not bad for a newcomer. 2-1 though. Not bad for a newcomer.
Yeah. He's finding his stride. So
yeah, we have to tell Andrew to take tips from him or something. Yeah.
Let's talk about you here.
Well, I thought we were skipping over my team. What the heck?
No. We got to talk about it. I want you to explain yourself, dude. Come on, explain yourself.
I can't even blame it on injuries, Ken. I don't even know. I mean, luckily James Jones actually did something on Monday night because my team probably would have been the lowest
ever
in the history of fantasy football because it would have been like 30 points. And I'm like, because I looked at it on Sunday and I go, oh my gosh, this has got to be the worst output I have ever seen in fantasy football. I had like negative points on defense. I had a tight end that didn't score anything. My quarterback scored 3 points. I'm like, dude, this is pathetic.
3 points, yeah. With Pearson hitting his stride now, dude. I think Bridgewater's just gonna hand it off, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it was sad. I can't even explain myself. I'm just hoping I can rebound from this. I don't even know. I'm hoping I get 60 points next week, I guess. I mean, at least it's the bottom. I can look up. I can
stay positive, dude.
I don't know.
Stay positive. Yeah.
I just entered sin territory. I'm just saying. I'm just like, no.
When you start to panic draft, I'll be worried. Okay. I'll be worried. You know. But I mean, solid running back Peterson and Murray, Latavius Murray, Cooper. It's looking good. I think David Carr and Cooper is getting chemistry there. You know.
They are, and you know what? Danny's score would have been hard to beat anyway. I mean, 126. That's solid. I mean, that's a solid 126.
I mean,
you would have scored 55 just to help them, but he didn't need me to score. Anything. His team was great this week. So. Yep,
definitely. So hey, better luck next week, Tay. Make some moves, and hopefully you bounce back next week. And we'll talk about next. We'll talk about next week's matchup here in a little bit. But first, let's go to our final game. And I wanted to save this for the last discussion here. Andrew versus Chris. Chris also, besides Knoxville, got his first win. So pop his cherry. Congrats, Chris. Andrew blew up, right? Second highest scoring points this week for the week, but he went up against somebody with the highest score of the week.
Oh yeah, it's officially probably one of the worst beats, to ever get, to have, because I mean, to score 138, I mean, that to me would have been an automatic win, especially in this league. But then Chris blows up for 163. I mean, that's like oh my gosh, that's ridiculously high considering we have 16 teams, you know.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, congrats to him because his team just blew up with them. I mean, it was that Monday Night Football, pretty much. I mean, I think he had it kind of sealed already, but, I mean, 3 touchdowns with Cobb. I mean, it was just, there was a lot of points scored in that Monday night game.
Yep. I mean, and really, he didn't get much production from his QB and his and his flex running back. Is that his flex running back, Sankey? No, that's not his flex running back.
No, that was his starting running back. His flex running back was good. That was Freeman. Oh my gosh, that guy.
Yeah. Can Dallas not stop the run or what, dude?
Apparently not. I mean, that was that guy just ran all over him, I guess, in that game.
Jeez, is there anybody in the bench that could have helped him make even more points than that? Jeez.
Mariota, I guess.
Instead of
could have started him. Yeah, instead of Rivers. I mean, he could have really rubbed it in.
Yep, and Andrew, he didn't even have any help from his receiver spot too. 0 points.
Yeah, I know. That's probably what hurt him the most because I mean, he got Newton played well. His running backs played well. I mean, even his defense scored 28 points. So, I mean, that's why I'm like, dude, I feel bad for him. Seriously, and I feel worse for him than my 55 points. So, this is tough loss.
It was 0-2 versus 0-2. Somebody had to win. You know what I mean? So Chris popped his cherry. Andrew, good luck to you, Andrew. I am cheering for you next week to beat Scott. Okay, cheer for you to beat Scott, Andrew. I hope you do. Great. Before we get to the predictions, Tay, let's take a look at the waiver wire. I know today is Wednesday and waivers already been picked up already, so we really don't give much advice. But Tay, you need a QB, dude.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna see. I was gonna test the waters here, and I wanted to ask you, for expert advice, seeing that you're my cohort, my colleague in this whole podcast thing. So, what do you suggest? Should I keep Bridgewater?
Oh, hell no.
Is there someone out there to pick up?
No.
Or?
Now, I would say Alex Smith because he's consistent, but he has a tough matchup next week at Cincy. So because Alex Smith is definitely the better QB out of what's left in the waiver wire.
What about Kaepernick? I know you love Kaepernick.
Hell no, I hate Kaepernick. Hell no. Brandon Weeden is out there. He has a lot of weapons. So I would go for Brandon Weeden or Josh McCown because he didn't lose it for Cleveland. Josh did. I mean, he actually played decent. So Tay, I would say those two right there, Weeden or McCown.
Weeden or McCown, huh?
Yeah, those are the two.
Yeah, I was looking at Weeden. I mean, that was a possibility. I only consider Kaepernick because he has great games against Green Bay.
True, yes, he does.
That's the only reason why he does.
Yes,
he have great games against Green Bay. So that's the only reason why I consider him. I wasn't going to keep him for the rest of the year. I just wanted to play him against Green Bay, and that was it.
Yeah.
But it was a toss-up. That's probably the two that I was going to look at. And I actually looked at Alex Smith, too. I mean, I looked at all of them. I don't know. I'm for sure probably going to cut Bridgewater. Because he hasn't really done much for me. And but yeah, I mean, if I pick up Weeden, I'm going to owe it all to you. I think that was your expert advice. Or that's still consideration. So I'm going to do the research and I'll pick something. And maybe that helped me. Maybe your expert advice is.
That's all I do is give expert advice, all right?
That's all you do. And every conversation we talk about on the phone is always about expert advice.
All right, let's go to predictions. Like, hey man, you gotta take it seriously, dude. You're gonna have to buy me lunch or dinner, all right, man? You gotta take it seriously.
I'm going 8-0. It's not serious right now.
Good luck, dude. Good luck.
Yeah, okay, I did the research. I've done the research.
Okay, let's start now. Remember, bye week starts, so you might have to throw that up there too. So I'm not gonna look and see which one's on bye. This is prediction stuff. But anyways, let's start off. Heroes for Hire versus Daddy Zander. What do you think?
Wow, 3-0. That's tough to beat. But you know what? I gotta stick to Daddy's, man. Daddy Don.
All right.
He's gonna start my 1-0.
All right, you pick Don, and of course I have to pick myself. Let's go with Orioles versus Office Linebackers. 0-3.
That's tough. I don't. Kevin's team is just hurting. It's got Gore, Lacey. Lacey might have a good game.
Lacey, he should be healthy.
Yeah, let's go with Kevin. He's gonna pop that win share. I'm going with Kevin.
I'm gonna have to say no. He's not gonna pop that cherry this week. So I'm gonna go with offense linebackers. Let's go auto draft versus mad 'cause bad does sad. So 3-0 versus 2-1 auto draft. What do you think?
Oh, this is tough.
It is tough because Ving has a way of pulling things out like that.
He does, and like Danny has a good team. That's why I was like, man, it's a very tough pick. Because somehow he does. I don't know how he does it, but he does win. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Danny.
You pick Danny, and I'm gonna pick Ving because he has a way. Ving just has a way. He's like, I'm not insulting him or whatever, but he's like that cockroach you think you killed, but he keeps coming back.
Maybe,
I'm not, and again, I'm not insulting him, but I'm just saying that's what it's like. It's like you thought you killed him, but he keeps coming back.
Maybe he has like an app that's like an auto set your lineup app. Like an auto draft, but it's like an auto set your lineup. So
oh, you mean like
he doesn't really do it? He doesn't really do it. The computer does it for him. So he just.
So let's go with Fong, who's coming up with steam now versus you.
Oh man, yeah, I know. Fong's got. I kind of wonder what he's gonna do with his quarterback situation because Roethlisberger's out and Cutler's not gonna play this week. So I'm curious to see what he's gonna do with his quarterback. But I am going to pick myself because I am gonna, I have to make up for that damn 55 points or 60, whatever I scored last week. I don't know.
And
2 points, whatever.
You know what? I'm gonna pick you too. I'm gonna pick you too because I don't know what he's gonna do with his QBs yet. I mean, you see what's out there in the waiver wire, and Tay, you're kind of in trouble with the quarterback situation too. So it's a wash. Okay,
true. That's true.
The quarterback situation is a wash, but anyways, overall, I think you can get him. Okay, let's go with Wang versus Jeff over here. Boomerang versus your mother's handwriting.
Actually, considering this is actually a decent matchup, even though Jeff's only 1-2, so because Jeff's got Rodgers. I mean, Rodgers can go into San Fran and throw like 5 touchdowns again. So.
Niners don't have much of a defense either.
Yeah. I am going to pick. I'm going to pick Jeff in this one.
You pick Jeff. I'm gonna pick Wang. I think he can still go undefeated. We'll have to see. Even though I hate it, I would hate for him to go undefeated because I hope to be undefeated too. But truthfully, because like I said, we're our predictions we're playing for dinner or lunch. So
that's true. You got to take it serious.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll pick Wang. So you're picking Jeff, and I'll pick Wang. So let's go with Jim versus Sin.
This is probably a pretty automatic pick for me. To me, like I said, I as much as I rub it into Sin, we still love you. I mean, I know, but your team sucks, so I'm gonna go with Jim.
And I'm also gonna go with Jim. Sin, we always want you in our league and anything like that, but
I know.
Jim has just a stronger team.
$20 every year.
Yeah,
thanks. $20 every year.
Thanks for donating. Thanks for donating. Okay, let's go with the highest score from last week. Chris versus Knoxville. What do you think?
Oh man, that's Chris and Knoxville.
Yeah, they both popped their cherries this week.
They did. You know what? I am going to say that because Chris scored the highest score, he's going to score one of the lowest scores this week, and I'm going to say Sock's going to win this game.
Oh my God, that's what I was thinking too. I was, but my thing was it's a fluke. I think it's a fluke, and I think Chris is going to go back to his normal
back
self.
down to earth. Back down to earth.
So I'll pick Knoxville also. Okay, and Scott versus Andrew for our final matchup.
Man, how do you not feel for Andrew and not pick him in this game? Like I have to pick the guy because he lost last week, horrible bad beat. Yeah. So how do I not pick him this week to win? I mean, shame on me if I don't pick him. So I'm going to pick Andrew.
No, I'm with you too. I'm with you too, and I'll pick Andrew just because I hate Scott and I hope Scott loses. So Andrew, I hope you win. Well, thanks everybody for listening to our podcast. I know it's a day late. Some situations, I just can't help it. Sometimes our schedules doesn't match up, and sorry we couldn't get the waiver wire, what's it called? Suggestions out, right? Expert advice out.
Before the waiver wire period. Yeah, I mean, there's still pickups out there, but yeah, like I say, slim pickings. So
yeah,
it's tough.
Yeah, but thanks for joining in, everybody. I am Sam.
I'm Tay.
And thank you for listening to our podcast. Good luck next week, everybody.